Darth Vader's character arc is a tragic one, filled with loss and pain. Once a promising Jedi Knight named Anakin Skywalker, he was consumed by his own fear and anger, leading him down a dark path to become the infamous Sith Lord known as Darth Vader. The first part of Vader's story is his fall from grace. Despite his immense power and skill, Anakin struggled with his emotions and attachment to those he loved. His fear of losing them, particularly his wife Padme, drove him to make reckless decisions that ultimately led to his downfall. In his desperation to save Padme from death, Anakin turned to the dark side and pledged himself to Darth Sidious, the Sith Lord who had been manipulating him all along. This act of betrayal marked the point of no return for Anakin and signaled the beginning of his transformation into the ruthless and feared Darth Vader. The fall of Anakin Skywalker was a heart-wrenching moment, not only for the character but also for the audience who had grown to love him over the course of the prequel trilogy. However, it set the stage for the rest of Vader's story, as he struggled to come to terms with the choices he had made and the person he had become. As Darth Vader, Anakin was trapped in a cycle of fear, anger, and hatred. His past actions had led him down a path that he couldn't turn away from, and he had lost himself to the dark side of the Force. He had been molded into the perfect tool for the Emperor's plans, and his position as the right-hand man of the most powerful person in the galaxy only reinforced his feelings of powerlessness and despair. Anakin's physical transformation into Darth Vader also played a role in his entrapment. His once handsome and charismatic appearance had been replaced with a menacing black suit and a respirator that kept him alive. He was a walking reminder of his own failure and the cost of his choices. As a result, he became isolated and removed from the world around him, further reinforcing his identity as Darth Vader. As the story progresses, we see Vader's internal conflict growing stronger. He knows that he's on the wrong side of the Force, but he feels trapped by his past decisions and the fear of being punished for his crimes. This is especially evident when he starts to sense his son, Luke Skywalker's growing power, and realizes that he has a chance to redeem himself. Despite all of this, there was still a small part of Anakin Skywalker left within Darth Vader. It was this part that ultimately allowed him to find redemption and return to the light side of the Force. But it wasn't an easy journey, and it required a great deal of courage and sacrifice on his part. In The Empire Strikes Back, we see Vader's first attempt at luring Luke to the dark side. He reveals that he is Luke's father, and he offers to rule the galaxy together. It's a pivotal moment that shows us that Vader is not just a heartless villain, but a conflicted character who longs for companionship and a sense of purpose. Despite his actions, we can empathize with his desire for a sense of belonging, and we see how his tragic past has shaped him into the character we know today. Don't forget to like the video, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications if you want to hear more.